It'll stop in a second, I think. Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. It's a little warm here tonight, so the lights are a little low. So we got Saturday night hockey talk with not much to talk about except Carey Price, maybe Jonathan Drouin. We can talk about. There's Kirby Doc. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we're good for tonight. I'm in a weird mood tonight, so let's see what that means. Let's use here. Habination playing Warframe. Nice. I don't know what that is. I know it's a game. Habs Guru. Hey, Habs Guru. How's it going? Harry Rice. Hey, Harry Rice. How's it going? So, am I live? I'm live. Say hi. Talk to me. Yeah, I don't know really what to talk about. I have a video. I don't know if anybody saw because I put it. It's in my second short. So I did that today. I don't know if anybody saw that. I have it loaded. I might show it. It is a poem video that I really like that I did. So I might show it to everybody because I don't know who's going to see it on shorts. Stan the Man, how's it going? So let's get it. Let's get some chat going. I've got like nothing prepared at all. Nothing. That's what happens Saturdays sometimes. Hey Harry, how's it going? What's going on with Joanne? Here, there's something to talk regarding him from the intro. No, I mean he changed his number to number 27. I just did a video about him today. I did a video the other day too, I think. So, nothing in particular. It's just that I did a video today about him, I guess. Hey, Stan, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, BL, Jake Allen contract extension makes sense. Absolutely. Absolutely, it does. They need an experienced goaltender here to mentor the young guys. You don't want to have... not that situation. Yeah, they need an experienced guy here. Jake Allen's here already. I know I mentioned this beginning of sometime during the summer. I did a video or two where I mentioned that, Jake Allen, they could re-sign him. And I didn't know that they would, but I mean, they could, and it looks like they're going to. Hey, welcome back, Habit Nation. Yeah, he used to wear number 27 for the Mooseheads, and what I heard was for his first year in Tampa. I don't know if he changed the number in Tampa at all, but he definitely wore it for the Mooseheads and somewhat, if not all the time, in Tampa. Yeah, maybe some good old Shane Corson magic will rub off on him or something. I don't know. Renegade Man, I think if they re-sign him, for trade value, I mean, if they re-sign him, they're not trading him. So 3 goalies on one-way deals. Yeah, but Primo, I mean, what's Primo making? And Monty too. I mean, they're making $1 million. Primo's making $770 in actual, but I mean $890 and $1 million. It's not a lot of money right there. And then Jake Allen this year is only making 2.87. So you're looking at, never mind my cat, but you're looking at trying to add it up now. What, less than $5 million for 3 goalies? Yeah, I think that's still a break for when you're talking about Montreal and goalies. Hi, Kira. Of course, my cat would decide to go and heat the night I'm doing a live stream. I should close the door there. I'm going to close the door there. So you're going to see my shorts. At least it's not underwear. This will keep the noise down. Good thing I put pants on or shorts on it. Primo can clear waivers. Primo is waiver exempt this season. He won't be the 2 years after this season, but he's waiver exempt still. It's a shame what happened to Price. Yes, it is. It is. I mean, but listen, he was pretty prophetic about it in the season his press conference after last season, right? Wonder if PK Subban will follow into retirement. Yeah, I didn't really think about that before, but I guess possible. Still young, you got to think, to retire, no? Subban? Only 4 days till rookie camp starts. Yeah, on Monday. Do you think that Price will announce his retirement at the Habs golf tournament? I already gave my... well, I'll put this one up. For those that have not seen this yet, this one. If you stay to the end, congratulations. You get my bonus hot take. It's not one I want to make, though, but here we are anyways. Talking Habs, hot take. Carey Price has played his last game as a professional. He'll announce his retirement at training camp. Well, there you go. There's my answer. Makes me wonder if perhaps we try to move Monty or Primo after this season, or if we try a 3-goalie rotation next season with the veteran Allen leading them for a bit. Yeah, it's far enough in the future. That'll work itself out. Did you see there was a restaurant in Victoria, BC that insulted the Leafs with their menu? Oh my God, I love this place already. Maple Leaf Poutine, $67. Awesome. What's in it though? I'm trying to think of something funny. What would be in a Maple Leaf Poutine? A lot of tears and frustration. I think that's what's in there. With all the crap Price endured during his time with the Habs, it's amazing he never asked for a trade. Not that type of a guy. I mean, he signed here because he wanted to stay here. Awesome. I love the definition there, Guru. The Leafs Poutine, $67 poutine. In usual Leafs fashion, a cold, overpriced dish served with underperforming gravy, ice cold fries, and a side of disappointment. Love it. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Price won't retire. He is still owed $40 million. No one would give up that money. Yeah, I don't agree with you on that. I'll get back to you in a sec. I think if Carey Price is done playing hockey, he's going to retire. One of the reasons is I don't know. I heard this, and I don't know. Like, I didn't read this on my own, but he's supposed to be the next chief of his tribe. If he's ready to go and start doing that, I don't think he's going to have that hold him back. I know it's a lot of money, but you know what? He's an Indigenous man. I don't know that he looks at it the same way we do. I don't know that he does. And I think that, yeah, if he's ready to walk away and he can't play anymore, I think he will. I don't see Carey Price as a guy hanging around the rink to collect his next 4 years contract. I really don't. So, yeah, I could be wrong, but that's how I see it. Breakout year for Hab player. Yeah, you know what? The easiest one to call it for is this one of two. I think Nick Suzuki is going to have, close to a point a game, if not a point a game season. That could be considered a breakout year. And Cole Caulfield right along with him. I think those two guys are going to put up some numbers. Izzy, thank you, Izzy. I don't know why I didn't see that. And it's right there in front of me. Izzy, some Izzy hype and some Dono hype. Thank you. Hello, all. Go Habs, go. Thanks, Izzy. I really appreciate that. I really do. So Izzy will get his name in the draw, which we're going to draw a prize on the first game of the season. So Izzy will get his name in. If you give any money to the channel and a donation, you get your name in the draw for a prize that I haven't figured it out exactly yet. I'm going to put something together. I got a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. Kirby Doc. I don't see Kirby Doc having a breakout year. I see Kirby Doc having a good year, but I don't know about a breakout year for me. But I mean, it's your opinion, not mine. Drouin's already a proven superstar. Now, Harry, he's not. Listen, he's a proven NHL player. I don't know that he's a superstar. I'm sorry. I see the LMAO. I don't know if that's because you are making a joke or which part of it is like, I don't know. Sorry. I'm changing your name to Harry Drouin or Jonathan Rice. Yeah, he's a big Drouin fan. Yeah. I hope nobody gets any Drouin fans getting mad at me for my my poem. Should I play? If you guys want to see my my Jonathan Drouin, it is a limerick quad because it's 4 limericks together to make one poem. If you want to see it, just go raise your hand and say me, and I'll play it. Kirby Doc will get at least 40 points this season. ESPN, I think ESPN's projections, I think I'm at like 34, something like that. Something like that. 36, 37, something in the 30s. I get, they jumped up. There's 3. Habination says, that's 4 of them. Okay, so 4 people so far. I can see Drouin getting 75 points this year if he plays first line time. I'm not saying that I don't think he could. I don't know. I want to, I just got to say, you got to prove it to me first. So this is my Jonathan Drouin limerick poem, and let me know what you think. There once was a Hab named Drouin. Every year he said, yes, I can. But year after year, he brought tear after tear to every loyal Habs fan. This year he said, I've reset. You haven't seen the best of me yet. I'll handle the puck, and I'll say what the fuck, and I'll start shooting pucks at the net. If I do that, I'll start to score. And I'll start doing that more and more. So in my final year here, I'll say, hey, hold my beer. And then they'll sign me up for 5 more. I'll be playing for a new deal. My skills suddenly will be unreal. I'll twist and I'll turn, and with speed I will burn. And he'll get moved at the trade deadline, I feel. I don't think that Harry Rice feels the same way, I guess, at the end. But yeah, there's my my Jonathan Drouin limerick poem. That's out there on YouTube Shorts. So there is what it is. Let's see. Drouin, Suzuki, Caulfield as our first line would make me so happy. Jonathan Drouin's not playing first line. Thanks, Anotap. Appreciate that. Thanks, Harry. Appreciate that, even though I'm sure that's not your favorite of my poems. Yeah, it's the first line. I mean, if it's not Slavkovsky, I don't think it's going to be Jonathan Drouin. I don't. I think it'll be. By the way, ESPN has Drouin getting, I want to say 16 goals, 27 assists, 43 points in 62 games. So they see that he won't make all the games. I don't know. Yeah, Stan the Man. I agree with you, I think. Dadonov. To me, Dadonov, probably the guy there if it's not going to be Slavkovsky. Makes more sense to me for some reason. Whatever the reason, makes a lot of sense. I think, good experience. I just think he's a guy who can put up some points there. And, I'd like to see him given a shot there. And there you go. All right, so what else? I'll remind everybody, we got people in the room. Fantasy Hockey Pool. We have spots open. Fantasy Hockey Pool. Get your spot. I can't, won't come out. But if you want to take part in the Fantasy Hockey Pool, please send me an email to talkinghabs@gmx.com. And we have a points pool. and a head-to-head pool. Let me know which one you want to be in, or if you want to be in both, because there's spots available in both. And I would appreciate it. Let's fill that up. We got 4 in the points pool, and 4 spots there, and 6 spots in the head-to-head available. Where am I? If it's not Slav, I can see it being Anderson. Honestly, that big body still on the top line, but Caulfield moves to left wing. Either that or Dadonov to put up the goals with Caulfield. Yeah, I mean, Anderson, I think Anderson's second line. Anderson's a bit streaky to be penciling him in every game on that first line. And not to say that he won't play any games there, but I think they may do that. Is whoever's hot, you're putting up points, you're on the line. If you stop putting up points, second line and somebody else steps up, and they just rotate, and it could be that. Tony says Slav is ready. Believe. Hey, Tony. Suzuki and Drouin had chemistry before he played with Caulfield. I'm only going to say this. I don't remember that. I just remember being frustrated by it, and I want you to prove that. I think you need to show proof that he had chemistry there, because I don't think he did. It may have been for a game or two, but it was no more than that. If they want to trade Drouin, best play him a lot. I had people asking on the Twitter about the pool. Can they enter? Yeah, just got to send me that email. I requires that email. But yeah, sure, send people. I ordered one of those Habs shirts in Expo's colors. Arrived a few days ago. Looks pretty sharp. Oh yeah, the new one. Yeah, awesome. You got to send us a picture of you with it on. That'd be really cool. I tried to figure out the Habs starting lineup, and I had Drouin on the 4th line. Yeah, no, I'm not saying Drouin will be on the 4th line, but Drouin will be. He's a middle 6 guy now, I think, at this point, until he proves that he's not. That's all I'm saying, right? If he has just hot season and he carries on, sure, he can be moved up. You don't start him there on the 1st line. So I see him as 2nd or 3rd line left wing. Samuel, I'm going to warn you straight off the bat, behave. Or I'll have one of my mods there's no mods here that will throw you out, because I will. I guess I read everything. Yeah, I'm going to just sit here and wait for you guys to talk to me. You think it'll go well if people are going to stay around if I just stay silent over here? Will Matt be joining tonight? Highly doubt it. I haven't spoken to him. I think I did, but Saturday is his day off usually. So, yeah, I doubt it. Now that we're after Labor Day and everything, I imagine he's back on track with having his Saturdays off. So, yeah, I doubt it. And of course, BL laughs at that. I'm not surprised. Samuel, if you don't have something to say, don't say it. Don't tweet or whatever you're doing there, not tweeting. Don't put stuff out there just to say something because you got an airhead or something. I'm kind of tired of it with you, so stop it. You got something to say it. Petty, I didn't. Well, I mean, I moved rooms in my apartment. That's all. Bigger room. That way I can get my lights and stuff in. I know I'm on low light tonight because it's kind of warm and I just don't want to sweat all night. Habination, what parades are we talking about? Bayby says Drouin bottom 6. He needs to prove himself all over again. Well, I'm not that far off. I said middle 6, but yeah, he's got to prove himself. I think he knows it. I don't think it's. I I don't think he's coming in here thinking, oh, I can do what I want. Like, I think he knows he's got to prove it and all that. But the thing is, for me, the question is, can he? I hope he can. Believe me, it might not sound like it, but I hope for the best for him. I don't want to have a guy on this team that's bad, like or frustrating us like that, or whatever. If he's going to be here, I want him to be at his best and make. That's it, Samuel. You are gone, 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 gone. I'm tired of your bullshit. What are you video calling me for? What is that? Like, what is that? Damn. What is wrong with people? Someone tell me what is wrong with people. I don't know where I was at. I was saying something. How does he get a comment in after I blocked him? How? Yeah, I have a history with him. He's got a history with me. I should say, being an idiot. And I don't put up with anything from Samuel Adias. I've had to block him a bunch of times. So I've given him many chances. Where was I? I don't even remember where I was. What did I have for breakfast? I don't even remember. Harry says, I feel a third line of Drew Monahan for breakfast. Have some Monahan. And toast. I feel the third line of Drouin, Monahan, and Hoffman could work really well. I wouldn't disagree with that. Those three guys all kind of not thought of too well by the fans, then proving everyone wrong together. Hey, I love that. I think that's a great idea. And I can see something like that happening, to be honest with you. Apparently, kind of still up in the air whether Drouin, Monahan, and or Byron will all be ready at the start of the season or shortly into the season. Not long, but we might have to wait a little bit for all those guys. None of them, one of them, two of them, I don't know. Yeah, Tony, don't worry. No, this guy, I got it. Yeah, he pisses me off. Long time now. It's not just, it's like a year and a half or 2 years with him doing stupid things. A redemption line. There you go. Redemption. I don't know that. Is that fair for Monahan? Monahan had injuries and he's just trying to get himself back. I don't know if that's fair to say redemption. Harry, I think you're right on that. And today, Drouin was introduced into that potential. What are you doing there, Ray? I've never seen her lie down over there. That's totally weird. All right. Yeah, Drouin just been today thrown into whether he'll be ready or not. So, but all of them, it's within a short period of time, from what I understand. Habination. I don't include Hoff a man as a Hab anymore. Well, he's still here. Hoff a man. Yeah, I know he's still here though. So till he gets moved out, or if he does. Tony says we got a lot to look forward to, win or lose. Listen. Losing, if you mind losing and it's really going to bother you, don't watch the games this year. They're going to lose a lot of games, but it's going to be okay. Harry says he feels like Monahan is looking for personal redemption. That makes sense. More so, how he was treated like dirt by Calgary. Yeah, trading his cap. Yeah, that's right. He'd probably want to prove to them it was a mistake to trade them. I really feel a good season coming from Monahan. Maybe not his best season, that 82-point season. I feel a good season coming from Monahan. He's got a lot. He's got a lot to play for, and yeah, I think if he's a real competitor and he's healthy, I think this is going to be a pretty good season from him. Going to get the opportunity, I think, that's for sure. They can send Hoffman to Laval, and someone can claim him and drop a right-hand D. Jeez. To Laval. Well, until Drouin, Monahan, and Byron are in the lineup, right? So they're going to be short. That's why Slavkovsky's going to have a really good opportunity at the beginning of the season, and they'll need Hoffman maybe around at first if he's still here, if they haven't moved anybody. The closer we get to the trading cap, I don't know. Is somebody going to move? I kind of thought we'd have a deal already done by now since the Dak signing. They do need money. I mean, they're under the cap, but geez, they're just so they can't go with $200,000 to start the season. They gotta move some money. But Tony, we gotta have money. Gotta have some money to make a waiver wire claim, right? But there's no money. $260,000 right now. Right? So there's no money for them to make any claims of any kind. This is why, like, really important. Either someone else goes on the LTIR, or they move a body or two out. But yeah, they do have the first claim till November 1st, I think. Till 1st or the end of November, they got first claim. They can claim a player every day, and they're still going to have first claim until that's such a point in November. What day it is, I don't remember. So that would be good if you have cap space, but they don't. So it's here nor there, really. Until they clear some cap room. Oh, I think I think there's I must have looked down and then a whole bunch of comments came in because I don't remember seeing any of these. Yeah, there we go. I really like Monahan in Calgary. I hope he comes back to form. He was a beast. Yeah, I think he will. I really do. I think he'll come back. Not all the way back. Good way. Good. I can't say anything today. Yeah, he'll come back. I think. Now shut up, Rick. Sean, what do you think the Habs are going to do with the extra 4 guys when the season starts? A lot of money to put on waivers, and the guys on there last year will be playing because of the trade deadline. Yeah, listen, you saw teams already having to give players away. They may have to give players away. Simple as that. Or waive them and put them in the Laval. I mean, there's not a lot of choice. They got to move some money off of this, off of the cap. So far, Kent Hughes has been pretty creative and out of the box thinking. I'm not really worried about it. They'll do something. Everything will be okay. Habination, I dare say you're probably right. He may not start there, but I think pretty quickly he should surpass Dvorak at second center. And I think I'm on record as saying that I think Dak will be the center that moves to the wing. It makes sense to me. Dak will move to the wing. At trade deadline, they're going to move one of Dvorak or Monahan and make room, and then Dak will take over then. And I think that's what will happen. It makes the most sense. But then again, I'm not the coach. I have no freaking idea. I mean, I have some idea. It's an educated guess, I guess. Even though I'm not that very educated, but it's still an educated guess. I think if Monahan has a good season, they're probably going to sign him for a couple of years at lower cost contract. It's a possibility, Maritime. I think it's a definite possibility. You get a guy like that, and if he makes a full comeback and everything, how do you not at least consider re-signing the guy? Unless, you can make a deal with another team, send him there and get exactly what you need, or a player you've been, after, maybe a little younger. Like, I could see them doing that. But I can see them resigning him. When he's healthy, Monahan's a hell of a hockey player. And we got him for like nothing. I mean, we literally got him for nothing. Harry says Hoffman sure had his defensive mistakes last year, but he still put up 35 points in 67 games. Was he streaky as hell? No doubt, but when he was on, he was damn good. Plus, his shot is still lethal. He was good the last bunch of games when they put him on the first line. So, yeah, I agree with you. Going to ESPN's projections, I think they had Hoffman at, I want to say 46 or 48 points. I think 22 goals, 26 assists is what I think it was. But I could be wrong on the number. I think that's what it was. So, yeah, no, I agree with you, Harry. I think I think if Hoffman's going to still be here, that he's useful. It's just that he was really inconsistent last season, but so was everybody. So, Tony, I didn't say Kent did not say that. What I'm saying is that I think he anticipated having more cap space than he has at this time of the year, going into the training camp and all that. That's all. But I mean, of course, he did say that. I talked about it in the video. Just I don't know where they're going to get the cap space to claim anybody. Harry, nope. We have first priority right up till it's either November 1st or the end of November. This I know for a fact. It's one of those two. We have first priority no matter how many times we make a claim. Which I mean, it won't be that many times. There's no cap space. So, Rick, you should have started with a moment of silence for Queen Elizabeth. Why? She's not my queen. Whatever. No disrespect, I guess. No, I'm not a believer in royalty that kills people and do nasty things. No. Hail all the murderous people. The Habs capologist is doing a pretty good job so far. I think so. Listen, I think so. They're under the cap. They can start the season and they have time to move guys around. I mean, I think it'll be okay. Oh no, here comes my challenge of the day. Bob Cannon. No, that was no good. Boom. Hey, that was more like last year. I'm getting my stuff back. Hey, Bob, how you doing? It's a challenge every time that Bob comes in. Deal Armia to Arizona. Arizona. That was terrible. Deal Armia to Arizona for a 7th round pick. They're under the minimum cap right now and probably will be for the next 3 years. So Armia would help them in that way. You don't like Armia, do you? No, yeah, why not? Yeah, I think Armia, Hoffman, and probably Byron, probably most likely of the guys that might get moved, I guess. Thing is, if he pass waivers, it doesn't take away money off the cap if they go to Laval. No, it does. No, that's not true. What is it now? $1 million plus 75,000 if their salary is over the million, I guess. So it'd take $1 million off the cap, but no, it doesn't fully relieve it, right? So it's a good point in that it doesn't take away everything, but it gives them a little bit. But you're right, it doesn't do the job. I see a rotation of Dak, Monahan, Dvorak as second line center, giving them all a tryout there early in the year. Well, I won't disagree with you, but I'll say this: depending on matchup, right? Once the season starts and they get a feel for what they've got there and how everyone's playing, I guess depending on the matchup, who's healthy, however, like that's you'll see probably a bit of it won't be steady all the time. Dvorak, it won't be right. So yeah. The fact Evans might end up being a healthy scratch as a third line center is shot. No, I think Evans will be solidly as the fourth line center. He's making 1.7 million. Makes sense. That's the guy you're putting in at fourth line because he's either third or fourth line center, especially with these guys ahead of him. So, no, I think Evans plays. And then, every now and then, maybe Evans is a winger and one of the other Dak fills in there. Like, I don't think there's anything going to be written in stone right off the bat anyway. Tony says, I hope Arbor, that's Jack comes to training camp and just dominates and show his mean streak. I still don't think he makes the club this year, though. But I hope so, too. I mean, I really, I've got high hopes for Arbor. And I think he provides something that we haven't had here in a long time. Not only a guy that players might be a little afraid of, but also a guy that's going to go out there and show you why you should be afraid of him. He's not afraid to drop the gloves. He's going to be eager to somewhat, We need that mean streak. We haven't had that in a long time. Harry, yeah, you didn't have to look that up. I was right. Come on. No ego here. No ego here. Yeah, okay, so at least you confirmed it. It's November 1st. So they have a whole, it's like 2 weeks. They got 2 weeks of unlimited waiver wire picks. But again, don't move money out. It's like shopping with no money. You can't shop. Am I at the end? No, I'm not at the end. Why do I think I'm at the end? There's still more comments down there. Just scroll. Happy Nation liked the Queen. He doesn't like much of the hockey players here, but he liked the Queen. It's okay. You can like I don't care. I didn't dislike her. I'm not trying to really diss her. I'm being realistic of who she was. That's all. Did she do some great things? Yes. Did she do some bad things? Yes. There. Now I looked at Bob Cannon's comment. And he put, boom, was perfect for after I said that. Boom. That's it. Drop the mic. Lucas, as a native, I'm okay with the moment of silence. Yeah, I'm not going to do a moment of silence for the Queen. And neither am I going to do anything for the new king either, because he can go have himself too. I really do wish Armia could use his size. I think there's some royal likers that are mad at me right now. Could really use his size and be more aggressive on the ice because he's a real hard guy to get the puck from. He would really be a big asset if he could do that. Maritime, you kind of make a good point there. If Armia had a little bit of Arbor's mean streak in him, imagine that he'd be a hell of a hockey player. I think what Armia's missing is a little bit of that I don't know how else to say it, but a little bit of a mean streak. He's a gentle giant, and it's not, yeah. Armia cannot start the season here. That has to be addressed. Yeah, well, they're going to have to give him away. I don't see how they're going to get anything for him right now. Well, Bob, I think Armia is what Armia is. He's very streaky, inconsistent, but he has loads of talent. He cannot put it together for any kind of a streak at all. That's my opinion. But he's a talented hockey player. But man, I think a little bit of weight in the jock there, some balls. And I think he's a better player for it if he would just get that. ESPN said Hoffman would get 40-plus points. Yep. Arbor going to be the best Knuckles, hopefully. Maybe for good entertainment and good for our small guys. Definitely good for the small guys. I don't need to see fighting just to be entertained. I don't. But as far as for the small players and for other teams to stop pushing this team around, which they do, I think he's absolutely necessary. The Hockey News says that Hoffman will get 58 points. Yeah, Hockey News is different. Yes, between ESPN and Hockey News, I think they're both off the wall. I didn't really agree with too many of their projections that I saw. But the Hockey News, I don't know. They took a wrong turn at Albuquerque a while back. I don't know. They're a little, I don't know. Jack Arbor will play on opening night and knock out Marner. Now, listen, that's not fair, Joseph. First of all, Marner's not a big player. That's not fair. I don't want to see Arbor knocking around small guys. That's not what he'd be here for. That's not the kind of meanness I'm looking for. So, no, I don't agree with that. I don't like, actually, Marner's probably the only one there I kind of like. Good Jewish kid, nothing wrong with that. But that's not a fair fight. So no, I don't like that. Arbor should take on guys his own size, that kind of shit. That's his job. Romanov led the Habs in hits and often delivered pretty big and hard hits. We're gonna miss those, man. Will Arbor be better than Romanov? Can we just call him Player X or X Factor? Yeah, that's good. Well, he'll get a nickname. I just think Arbor. I don't think you have to say more than Arbor. Um, I mean, they're two different players. I'm not expecting Arbor to replace Romanov and do the exact same thing Romanov did. I'm expecting Arbor to do Arbor things, and I think we'll be fine with that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but really, I think I don't. I'm not looking to give him another name. Arbor says it all. You don't like the king. Who's the king? Habit Nation. The king. King Charles. King Charles. King Charles of Tampon. Didn't he want to be a tampon so he can crawl up his whatever concubines? You know what? Didn't he say that once in a letter that got leaked years ago? Ever since then, I just see him as a tampon. And now with his white hair, he kind of looks like one. I'm sorry for being a bit late to the show. No worries, Larry. Larry, the cable guy. Sorry, Larry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Larry, you got to be here. No, don't worry about that. How's it going, Larry, the cable guy? One of the happiest days of my life today, Marshall beat Notre Dame in football today. I remember you talking about Marshall. Well, congratulations, man. Matt wouldn't like that. No, he's a Notre Dame guy, so. But cool. No one likes the king. No, we won't be singing God bless the king, whatever. I don't know the words. Hey, filibuster. No, it wasn't fun. I get on. I warned him right away, and he tried a video call. It doesn't do anything, but if you're typing in video call, like, what are you, an idiot? I don't stand for that crap. Really nice lighting. Oh, you like it's warm today, so I wanted to just dumb down the lighting a bit. I know I'm in shadow, but thank you. Yeah, my background's not bad. It's coming along. Hey, Joe Pallotta. Fabrice. Wait a second. Fabrice Cameron. Well, that's a different name. How you doing, Fabrice? I think Joe Duran will be having a great season this year. Listen, if he wants a good contract next year, he kind of has to, right? So, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping he does. I don't want to see him do bad. He's a Hab. I want to see all Habs always doing well. So, if he's gonna have one, it better be this year. He doesn't have much time left. He's on his last season if he doesn't have a good one. How about Arbor nicks out Matthews? But Matthews is a big boy. I have no problem with that. I said size, right? Mitch Marner is a small guy. I don't want to see a big guy like Arbor pounding out a small guy. Ray, can you stop it? She's scratching on the floor, trying to make the floor softer. It's wood floor. So I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe Arbor could slap Matthews' mustache on that lip. Just slap it right off his face. Slap that mustache right off his face. I love that. That'd be great. Arbor's nickname is the Sheriff, isn't it? Could be. This could be. I don't know. It kind of rings familiar. I don't know why. So probably is. Joe Pilata says defense pairings: Harris, Edmondson, Matthews, Savard, and Gooley and Arbor. Yeah, I wouldn't put Arbor there this year though, like that. I'm not saying we won't see him at all in the NHL games here or there. I don't think it's this year, but I do think next year. I do think because I think Arbor's a pretty. He's going to be a fast riser, and I just don't see them. I don't know. I don't know where they'll all play. You got Harris, you got Barron, you got Gooley. You're going to have Arbor. That's 4 kids. I don't think you're going to have 4 kids on D in the lineup. That's all I'm saying. Lucas, no, Marner would not accept that, obviously. Marner's a skilled player. Arbor, who has some skill, it's not to say he's not, but I mean, he's a tough guy too. Marner's not taking that fight. Yeah, filibuster, you're right. Like Trunk. Trunk, Jack Eye. No, but I mean, Arbor's good. Says it all. New money coming. Yeah, that's right. They're he says new money coming. Long live the king. They will not print any more bills with the Queen's picture. It will now be Charles. The thing I heard was it might take a little while till we see the first one because they're having trouble fitting his ears onto the bill. So I don't know how long that'll take. Get her done, Larry the Cable Guy. My dog tried to eat a tampon. It's fun. Stop that. Wouldn't surprise me. He seems like a creep. Definitely he does. An outdoor wedding. 2 people making a mistake outside. Fabrice, I'm doing absolutely fine. Thank you. Joseph, I agree with you. 100%. I agree with you. Why here? Did they even know what hockey is? I don't think so. Lucas, yeah, I agree with you there too. Yeah, Marner doesn't deserve it. Marner's okay. I don't mind Marner. Matthews, yeah, everyone knows how I feel about Matthews. Armia played well in the playoffs. For who? Oh, the year before. No, he did. He had, I think he had 2 shorthanded goals and had really played well. On the 4th line, he played really well. I agree. Joseph agrees. Arbor's nickname is the Sheriff. Bob says Armia has played under Julien Ducharme and St. Louis and really hasn't put up any decent numbers to this point. Maybe it's time to cut him loose and get some draft picks for him. I don't think you're going to even get that. He's got 3 years left on a deal of $3.4 million. No, if anyone's getting draft picks where you're sending him, you're giving draft picks to get him out of here. I don't see it the other way around. Sorry. You're getting, you know what you're getting back for Armia? Future considerations. That's what you're getting back, in my opinion. Armia may be our best trade chip that we are willing to part with. He did very well at Tourney. Yeah, but who's paying for him anything, though? That's what I don't. No, I don't see it. Especially, Montreal needs to get rid of money. You're not giving up a lot to get Armia. You're not giving up. I'm not paying a lot for this muffler. You know that commercial? I'm not paying a lot for Armia. That's what's going to happen. Bob, I kind of do too at first. He says, when I hear the word Arbor, I think of Al Arbor, the great St. Louis Blues player and Islanders coach. For me, mostly Islanders coach. That's where I remember it mostly from. The money will be. We're back to politics. The money will be printed as normal schedule. They don't rape. They don't rape money. What does the RP mean? They don't prepare things or pre-prepare things like. But isn't the word prepare? If you say pre-prepare, isn't the word pre? It's right in there in the word already. Things like that for monarchs' deaths. No, I know that. It may seem trivial, but it will affect most of the earth. Yes, I know. Listen, I'm not taking that away from that. It's the end of an era. It's a whole new era. Yeah, sure, but doesn't mean I gotta like it or like them, and I don't. But if there's any of them that I would respect at all, it would have been her, because she did have some good things about her. The rest of them, I mean, but do we need royalty in this world? Really? Do we? I don't think so. Arbor played much better in the Calder Cup than Gooley. Pisses me off that people only talk about Gooley and just see Arbor as a goon. Arbor is an excellent D-man. I never said Arbor. I just said I think he's got skills. I don't think he has the skills of some of the other defensemen, but he has skills, going to be a good defenseman and tough as nails. I don't think I don't think I was putting him down. I hope I didn't come across that way. And by the way, hey Faye, I think he's gonna. I'm excited to have him here. I just don't think it'll be this year. That's all. I think Arbor will play in Laval, and next year, I fully expect. Because you know what, Arbor's the kind of defenseman who may not be the most skilled defenseman in your lineup, but he's just as necessary as the other guys to be there. So I don't know. Does that sound like I'm putting him down? Because I'm not. So does Toronto even make it to the first round? I've been saying no, they don't make the playoffs. Not with that goalie tandem. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Joel Kravitz. Hey, Joel. Joel, we got to do next Saturday. If you're available next Saturday, I'd love to do a trivia show. I did a bit of trivia last week, and it went over really well. And I can only think of you that can do live trivia. I have no more trivia left. If you're interested, let me know in the email. You know my email. He says, now, I am very much looking forward to the development of Logan Mailloux. I believe he has begun the job of maturity repatriation. I believe that his upside is greater than Caden Gooley's. I'm going to only challenge you this way, Joel. The kid's played less than 30 games in the last 2 seasons. He's really developmentally, he's far behind. It's not that I think nothing will become of him, but I think he's at a kind of a crossroads in this way that he really needs to get on track to development, because if he falls farther away, I don't think he'll make it at this point. If he falls any farther away, do I think he will? I don't know. But I think he better get on track now, or else I don't agree with you unless that happens. How's that? Does that make sense to anybody? I don't know. But I mean, listen, it seems like he's doing what he's got to do to to make up for that mistake that he made. He seems like he's doing that, and he's on track for that. I'm happy with that. But man, he's really far behind in development, and I don't agree with people who think that he's imminently ready. Probably 3 years away. I think he's got to make up those 2 years. All right, where was I? Getting any kind of return for Armia and Hoffman would be gold. Gold in them there hills. I think Armia gets more than future considerations. Honestly, a late pick, but not nothing. He's a big boy. Right wing can score. Worth a fifth at least. Yeah, I don't know. I think though you got to give up something too. So why take a fifth? And if you got to give up a second, Armia and a second to get back a fifth, I don't know that'll win. I don't see Armia getting traded and us not having to sweeten that deal. That's my opinion. Hey, Rems, as far as I'm concerned, the Queen's death was the end of the monarchy. Yeah, I mean, it's not the end right now, but I think it's the last death knell, right? It'll start to spiral out, I think, I can't see Prince Charles having Prince. That's an old habit. I can't see King Charles having any kind of, how do I want to put that? Like, she commanded respect. I get that. He's not going to. I can't see that. So yeah. And I don't know why we're talking so much about this. Will Mayu be at training camp, or are they still not letting? I don't know the answer to that. I don't think so. Right, he's injured. Rams is right. He's injured. That's what it is. He can't. He won't be at training camp. He won't be even at the. He won't be at the rookie thing. So. Filibuster says, I'm really looking forward to our decor. Looks mean, big, mean, and mobile. Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. Next 2-3 years, team forwards are not going to look forward to coming into Montreal or having Montreal come into their city. Joseph says, I've been watching the Habs since 68. Everyone thinks they are not going to be very good. Something tells me that this year is going to be different and pleasantly surprising. If the defense was better and we weren't developing, I want to say at least two kids on defense, I might agree with you. But I think the defense is going to cost us games. And it's fine because they're developing and they're going to learn and everything. But I can't see what you're saying happening, mostly because of that defense. And quite frankly, I think the goaltending is overall going to be a little bit subpar overall. And I don't know how you make up for that to say that, well, it's going to be better than we think. I don't, I mean, it could be, but I don't see it. Don't see it. Phil, I guess he's older than me. Doesn't mean he's older than me. Just he remembers hockey. I'm sure I was watching hockey in 68. I know I went to a 68 or 69. I went to a Golden Seals game with my grandfather. So, yeah, it doesn't mean he's older than me. Just he remembers he remembers better. No ads on the boards. I remember that. 10-cent hot dogs. Yeah, I don't think I remember 10-cent hot dogs. Mayu should be in Laval. No. Mayu's going to be an overager in the OHL before he hits Laval. He's so far behind developmentally. I don't know. No, he's not ready for Laval. It's 9:00, folks. The death knell will be the ads on our jerseys. I know. I think the Habs are going without that this year. Some teams have them this year. The Habs, I read, were not going to have them this year. So we're getting an extra year break. But yeah, the thing is, the ones I saw, they're kind of unintrusive. So to start with, it's going to be okay. But 5 years from now, I can't imagine. Yeah, baby, we need nobody to be king. Nobody is my king. So if Charles was in front of me, I'd tell him the same thing. You're not my king. To me, you're just a person. I don't care who you are. Give me those big ears. Come on. Isn't that's what his wife said? No, that's where she grabs him by. Charles, down here. Sorry. That was uncalled for. Kink Charles, I like that. That's a good one, Joseph. Has shown his true colors. Just listen to his interviews. Oh yeah, he's not his mother. He's not the diplomat or statesman that his mother was. Jared Tremblay. Do you see a trade for Luc Dubois? Nope. Nope. I don't see it. Don't want it. Don't want Dubois here. Nope. The problem is finding the problem, and I've said this a lot. It's not the first time, so I don't want to go on this Pierre-Luc Dubois stuff again. He ain't coming here. The problem, at least for 2 years anyway, so that's for sure. The problem with finding a trade for Armia is that, yes, he's a good player, but doesn't have a wow factor. That's what I mean, right? Doesn't have that. Doesn't play with that edge. He doesn't play with an edge. Joseph is older than me. He is 66 years, 6+ years older than me, a little over 6 years. Still, it's in the ballpark. And if you add another 6 there, you know who you are then, right? In my opinion, the Habs should be a little better this year and over last year. A little bit, yeah. It will come down to how our goaltending and defense plays without a healthy Price. I don't see Alan Monty stealing too many games. No, I agree. Although I think Monty should be a little better this year. I think Monty will do a little better this year. And I even think Alan will also have a little better result this year, which will get us that little bit ahead. Yeah. And how much better can they be with that goaltending and defense? Average at best. Is there any way we can unload some of the players for cash considerations? Larry, you mean getting cash back? No, but you mean, yeah, I mean, that's what they got to do. I don't know if we can get much for them anyway. At least the cash would help with the salary cap. No, I don't think you can't do cash anymore. So that's not a thing. But get rid of the contract, take nothing back. It's like getting cash. So, yeah. That's why I say for future considerations, which means you're giving the player away. To see the Big M going in on Orr and scoring in 71 was the best, and there have been hundreds of moments like that. Well, at least hundreds. Yeah, definitely. I remember when Bahovlich got traded here. I don't have a ton of clear, memories of that year, but I mean, I watched hockey that year. Obviously, I remember that. I remember watching Frank in his first season here. So yeah, but you're a little bit older than me, so you have a little bit more clarity on it. Larry, if that's about Mayu, I just want to know how he hurt her. I know. I don't know how he hurt her. He didn't physically hurt her. He hurt her reputation a little bit, yeah. But that's it. I don't think that's the same as. I think that's what you're talking about. So, but that's fine. I mean, you can do. But yeah, No, I think it's something that I'm not okay with that he did it, but I'm okay that he's rehabilitating. Best game ever, the brawl against Quebec, the Good Friday Massacre. Joseph, have you by chance watched it again since then? Because I did this to do a video. I imagine it's 2 seasons now, two years ago. I hadn't seen it since seeing it live, and I'm watching it, and I'm getting angry, and I'm upset, and then the brawl, and I was as angry as that night. I was screaming at at YouTube that I was watching it on. It's crazy. The emotions are still the same. Yeah, that was I never forget that night. Bay by just beat us by beat you by 2 years. Bay by 68 in November. It doesn't count yet. You're 67. Uh, Phil, I saw that too. Injuring someone on purpose is somehow worse than faking an injury in soccer. Sad, unsportsmanlike, and embarrassing. Yeah, I'm not sure where you guys are going with that. Baby, that's right. You are a Hab fan because of the Big M. He used to be a Leafs fan, I think. Jean Beliveau, and that's a cool spelling for Beliveau, and the Big M were monsters that year in 71. And that was Belivau's final season as well, if I am correct. Beliveau retired after the 71 season. I'm right about that, eh? Ooh, Larry, that's a little. I don't remember that. I'm trying to remember who Bob Dill was. What team? I kind of remember that. I kind of don't. Habs Guru says Kevin Weeks said the Habs are extending Allen. Haven't heard anything anywhere else. Yeah, I don't think you'll till they deal. It was preliminary talks. That's that. But he did say both sides, or I read this somewhere, would like to get that done sooner than later. I don't think we'll hear anything much more about that till it happens. I think something like that. Yeah, you're not going to hear anybody confirming that from the Habs or Allen. I don't think until it's done. I would think by the time training camp opens, he'll be signed to his extension. I'm thinking 2-3 years, somewhere around 3.5 million for Allen. We'll see what he gets, but that's what I'm thinking. Oh. I'm going to remind everybody, if you want to join the fantasy hockey pool, please send me an email at talkinghabs@gmx.com and just let me know, and I'll send you a link. And there was something else that I had that I totally forgot about. Must not have been important. Richard was tough. Yeah, he had to fight a lot, though. Don't forget, Richard had to fight a lot back in his day. They didn't like French players in the league. He had to put up with a lot of bullshit. Richard, especially because he was as good as he was. They wanted to knock him down to earth. All right. Come on, let's get some more comments in. I've got about 20 minutes to go for the show. We're getting to the. It's not that the last of the Saturday hockey talk, but once the season starts, there's games usually on Saturday, so we don't do a lot of Saturday hockey talks during the season. So we're getting down to the last few. And the season's going to start soon enough. October 12th is the first game. I think for our fantasy pool draft, by the way, I'm going to do a live stream while we draft. So I don't know. It'd be me and Matt probably. And if anybody wants to be part of the live stream on air while we're doing the draft, let me know. I have room. I wouldn't have room for everybody if there's 12 teams, but I can put 10 people, me, Matt, and 8 other people on a live stream. So if anybody wants to be, that's in the pools, want to be on air when we're doing the draft, let me know. Larry got to meet. Oh, yeah, you were talking about it the other day. That's pretty awesome. Which prospect are you most excited to see? Where is development are at? For me, it's Sean Farrell. You won't see Sean Farrell this at training camp. If you're expecting to see Sean Farrell at this training camp or in the rookie camp, you won't see him. He is in college hockey. He can't come to camp here while he's in college. So, no, you won't be seeing Sean Farrell. Harry, no worries. We'll get you in there. So I'll when it's all set up, I'll send you a link that night. So awesome. It would be great to have like at least 2 other people, right? So me and Matt, and then got Harry. Awesome, Luca. You got it. No worries. There you go. So it should be a fun night if we do it live. It should be pretty fun. Because usually when we do the draft, there's a chat, you can type thing, but who's got time to type? If you're on air, you can kind of have some fun talking at least. One guy I think we should pay attention to is Hudson and how he progresses in college. Yeah, Hudson as well. Yeah. But they're in college, so they can't really. We won't get a good look at him here because they can't join the Habs for anything until they're out of college. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Who's the other Bergeron? Oh, it's Rems. Rems is also. Oh, look at that, 2 Bergerons. Cousins. You guys are cousins. Come on, admit it. Yeah, I'm trying to think now what do I say? No. It's always like that at the end of the live stream. I'm burnt. Now I'm used to doing what live streams are an hour and a half. When the games come up, that night is almost 4 hours on air. I'm not really looking forward to that part of it, but yeah, I have to get used to it. Rick, if the Habs had the appropriate cap space and we're looking to sign a free agent player, who would they look at and why? Now, Bob, I have no idea. Jeez. What a challenging question. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know because it's a they're in a rebuild. It is a developmental year where they're concentrating on that. I don't know that this is the year to be going out and looking to get that free agent player. I don't think so. So I say right now, nobody. ask that question in 2 seasons. I mean, that they'll be ready. I don't think we're there yet to worry about that. And in the 2 seasons or whatever, they'll have the cap space. So, and it's 2 seasons too far ahead. I'm not trying to think that one through. Too far ahead to figure out who they might be after. We need more toughness. Someone like Nolan who? I don't know why I'm not. I don't know who that is. The top dogs were taken to answer the question. A high minute quality defenseman. Again, it's not the season to really do that. So I don't see anything like that happening. I really don't. I think if they're going to get some kind of defensive help, it'll be off the waiver wire. I don't think they're going to bring in anybody big like that. You got to develop these kids. Hey, Sonny, can you please tell me who Kirby Dach is? Kirby Dach, he's a center for the Montreal Canadiens. They traded the 13th overall pick, and I think the 66th overall pick to Chicago to acquire him. If you're not sure, I just did a video. They just signed him, extended his contract, and I did a video about it. Owen Nolan has been kind of retired. I mean, these guys have been retired like a long time. Was that the question? No. Why want to bring in players that are old? Unless I missed the question somewhere, and I don't. Maybe I did. The problem about when you read every question that's out or every comment is when you're out of comments, you can't backtrack and see what you missed because you didn't miss any. Well, Chris, that's a pretty good explanation for it. Here's your explanation, Sonny. Kirby Dach is a young, large, skilled center signed for 4 years and expected to become a second-line staple on the team. And yeah, that's who he is. Oh, I put that up there, but it was an accident. I agree with the stigma on free agent players, i.e. going after a superstar. Would they go after a veteran, third pair, D-man or bottom six forward? I would go after a steady vet D-man to help the kids. Yeah, but where are you going to play them? This is the problem, right? They're looking to develop these guys on defense. They want to have these 2 spots open. If you bring in another guy that's experienced, veteran, whatever, that's a spot gone from one of these kids. And then your year of development kind of somewhat ruined, no? That's how I see it. So, no, I don't think they go after a forward. They don't need one. Or a defenseman. They don't really need one. Having the ads on the helmets is okay with me. No other ads should be allowed. Well, yeah. And here we are. There's going to be some exciting hockey. Get to see what Slav brings to the table. He's going to get a good opportunity, I think, at the beginning of the year. Those first 9 games. I think he's going to get a really good opportunity, and we'll see what we got in him. Players on expiring contracts should have some extra pep in their steps. Should have, yep. And see how the new captain sets the tone. Can't wait till they make that announcement. Who likes the idea of a PTO for Subban now? No. I don't. As I just explained, young players need ice time. Chris, I think this is the last season we're paying Carl Alsner. I think you're right. It's the last year of the Carl Alsner buyout. Finally, good riddance. Not a lot of money, but $833,000 that they could use right now. Joseph, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had fun doing that. Believe it or not, those first two limericks, one of them, I had just put up the short, the Carey Price one. I had put it up, and I don't know, just that first limerick just came into my head. Boom. Like, I swear, in 10 seconds, I wrote it. I said, oh, I better write that down because I'll forget that. And the second one came along, and then I struggled a little bit with the other two, but it was fun to write. Hey, Bob, have a good night. Thanks for being here as always. And I'm sure by the time we get to the end of next season, I'll be a lot better with that cannon. Have a good one, man. And yeah, I got 10 more minutes. Next year, we have 6 UFAs worth close to 23.9. Caulfield, Harris, Pizzetta, RFA. What do you do with the extra after signing Caulfield? Well, they're going to make some changes, bring in players. A little too early to say for next season. Caulfield, I do believe, will get signed up. I don't think anything later than Christmas. They'll sign him to his extension. And yeah, I mean, they're going to use it to sign players that need raises. I mean, and bring in new guys. That's what you do. Maybe they'll be looking for a goalie. I don't know. Have a good night, Joseph. Thanks for being here, eh? Always appreciate it. If Bedard goes to Arizona, Chicago, would you rather draft Miklov, Ovi, Kaprizov potential, but in KHL until 2026, or Fantilli, Getzlaff type power forward C, not as elite, but plays right away? I don't know enough. I'd want to know more about Michkov to know that, well, if he's head and shoulders kind of above the other guy, might be worth waiting for. But I think I'd be happy taking Fantilli now. Not that we need him, but get him in, start playing, get him ready for when Montreal gets good. So I'd probably go that way, lean towards that. Nothing wrong with a Ryan Getzlaff type power forward. I don't think. Pizzetta, yeah, he could be traded. I don't know if he'd be traded or just let go or not resigned or whatever. I wasn't talking about Mayu. Larry says I was talking about people wishing Marner or Matthews. Where did I lost that? Where'd it go? Hurt on purpose. No, nobody should be hurt on purpose. I didn't say that. Anyways, when I talk about Arbor doing that, I'm not talking that I don't want him going out and injuring guys. I don't believe in that either. And I'm not the biggest believer in fighting anymore. When I was younger, sure, I used to like the hockey fights. I'm not really a big believer in that anymore. So, no, and I definitely don't believe in guys dirty hits and stuff like that to injure guys. I don't believe in that. But that doesn't mean you can't play tough, right? You don't have to injure guys to do that. So, Chris, I agree with that sentiment. Armia is going to get traded, Anthony says. Yeah, problem is, like, to who and what are you giving up to get rid of him? Because I don't know that you're going to be able to get much back from him. But I think you might be right, though. I think they'd be willing to sort of give him away. Rem says, I think we'll go for a better goalie, considering Allen is his last season if he doesn't get re-signed. He'll get re-signed. I'm not blaming Allen for last season. I'm not blaming Allen. He had a subpar season for him, but everybody had. I thought Allen was good. There were only, I think, 2 games that I watched him play that I thought, yeah, Allen is not good tonight. The other times when he had a bad game was not him. It was the team in front of him, I thought. Harry says he'd rather go Michkov. He has that 60-goal upside like Ovechkin or Caulfield. For me, I see Fantilli busting in the NHL, while Michkov, I think, becomes the next Ovi, 100%, even if it takes a few years. Yeah, I don't know them well enough, so I don't know. Lucas says, Bedard and Michkov have superstar potential. Fantilli has elite potential. Michkov has better KHL numbers than Ovi at the same age. And there's also, I think there's a little bit of a risk with KHL players and the unknown with what's going on with the war and how Russia is going to kind of come out of that. And I don't know. I don't know that I want to be taking chances on guys that aren't here already. If he's here, sure, it's a different story, but I don't know. And it's not racist because it's not a different race, but it's not to be like prejudiced or anything. But really, do we know what's going to happen with Russia at all? I mean, I don't know. For all we know, Russian players could just get banned eventually. No, I think I'm not taking the chance. But that's me. Well, Chris, I don't dislike Armia. I don't dislike him as a person. But I don't think he's going to be here all year. Larry says Dill. That was his comment earlier. That Rocket Richard had a big fight with. Was with the Rangers. He was the nephew of the Gibbons brothers. One of them fought Jack Dempsey for the heavyweight title. It would be the last time Dempsey would have the title. Okay, that's a fun fact. Rems, yeah. If you said it was just a bad year all around for everybody, the whole team, yeah. I mean, yeah. Hoffman for Barry. Can't afford Barry. You giving up Hoffman? Okay, wait, I got to think of that for a sec. Hoffman for Barry. It's true, their salaries are similar. I mean, okay, but again, Barry comes in, takes away a spot of development for one of the young kids. Do we need a Tyson Barry right now? No. We're not ready to contend at all. So no, I don't think so. Get rid of Hoffman, take nothing back. That's the no salary back. Habs Guru says Ovechkin's longest goal drought is 10 games. Wow, that is pretty freaking consistent. Yeah. Oddly enough, and you all come down to me, I think I've said it before, not my favorite player, Ovechkin. I don't dislike him. I don't particularly like him because he's Ovechkin. I don't know. When he first came into the league, and I only knew the name, I didn't have a face to put to the name. First time I saw his picture, I went, wow, that's one of the ugliest hockey players I've ever seen. And I think I hold that against him, which is really wrong on my part. I get it. But I think that's why I've never been the biggest Ovechkin fan. And I'm pretty sure that is the reason why. It's a pretty shallow reason, but here we are. What can I say? Well, we're on our last minute in the third period. Let's see, what am I planning for this week? It's the weekend now, right? So Saturday, Sunday. Let me see what I'm planning. Do I have any plans? Do I know what plans are? I don't even know. I know we're getting close to needing to be making plans. No, everything on my calendar here, nothing to do with hockey. So I don't know. Wednesday live stream, Saturday live stream. Video. I'm starting to write again, so my writer's block seems to be over again for now, which is good. So that means I wake up in the morning. Let's see what's out there. Come up with an idea. Write a video. That's what's going to happen this week. So that's pretty much my plans for the week. I'm hoping Joel will send me an email and we'll have Joel on. I'm hoping. I'm saying this out, talking out of my ass, next Saturday, and we can maybe do another trivia live stream, which would be a lot of fun. I will be appearing on the Jofo podcast again. We're filming on Sunday, not tomorrow, next week. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but it fell through for tomorrow. So next week I'm doing that. So hopefully you guys will check that out. I'll give you more details when I have them. And that seems to be it for the week. So on that note, we have hit our time. It's so nice we had this time together. Am I going to get a copyright if I sing that? Here, I'll just do that. I don't know if anybody gets that, but so that's it for me this week. I don't know. I'm going to babble here at the end like I always freaking do at the end of these things. Please check out my Drew video on the main channel. I did a couple of videos recently, and there's 2 YouTube shorts. I don't know how you look for those, but I'd like to get some views on that. So if you guys haven't seen it and you didn't see it here, and if you did see it here, you could click on it and watch it again. I'd appreciate that, but you don't have to. And that's it. I'm going to say goodbye because I'm babbling. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again soon. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. It's still early on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Ciao, everybody. And thanks to Izzy for the dono. Really appreciate that. Ciao.